first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Mariota. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. That one good for 21 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth. Have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea.
10-yard line. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A first down carry by Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On second down, Taylor drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. He'll get it up the middle and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, Being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mariota on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Green's got it over the middle. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They run it. It's Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't he? And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jamal Charles, his first complex block. Keep to your assignments. Let him run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good block, result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Play action, it's Taylor. On the move to his left. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45, the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go.
Following the interception here, Mariota is going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Taylor going deep for Benjamin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Play action. Now Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Oh, Amari Cooper couldn't pull it in there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mariota under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Well, the pressure too great, and he he goes down once more. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught right side. Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.